Game, guys, we've got the finals. They're here. We've got Evil versus Spart1e saving my ass. We're on Spart1e off the beginning on the first map.
Just want to say I had your back. I was going to develop that, man. But
I appreciate it.
But it is grand finals time. It is grand finals time, and we're on Spart1e to begin with. And the start spawn looks fairly even between the players, and we're going to see them converge on that red armor. We'll see a bit of, well, there's a bit of pressure coming in from, wow, blown out of the water by those rockets completely. Spart1e, oh, he's getting just charged down.
And that's the kind of thing he's going to be having to expect all series long. Oh, first rocket missing from Evil allows Spart1e to get some decent LG damage going, but there's going to be the immediate mega pickup. Is Spart1e going to be able to get recovery yellow?
That was astounding. Look at this. What are we seeing? This play from Evil.
Spleen.
Dude, your spleen needs some serious surgery then, because every week you're talking about your spleen.
I can't imagine what it's doing to Spart1e right now, because he's just disintegrating out of the hands of Evil. He's gonna. What does he do? How does he prevent this from happening more?
This is a really good start, but he's putting some damage back into Evil, but he is losing frags. And sometimes when he just got completely, that first rocket smashed into his face right over at the LG, and then Evil's like, oh, maybe I can do another one. And then the next one hit, and then he's like, oh, maybe I can just push in and challenge him now because he's so weak. Got the frag. Hit perfect shots afterwards. He got the perfect start. So Spart1e just has to play slow and keep his head in the game, and he's going to be fine.
Just those really short bursts of LG that Evil's hitting is just, it's just so much damage. It's completely wreaking havoc on Spart1e. I'm going to go over to Spart1e and see if he's doing anything to try and combat this. Found the red, but he might be Evil on the outside. Actually got some decent damage going. He's got a little bit of a health bubble. Looks for a rail at the end. If he survives that encounter, that is certainly a positive compared to what we've been seeing for the last 2 minutes. And damage through the floors right now wouldn't be good for Spart1e.
Definitely not. Got patched out many years ago, thankfully. And Spart1e, he's holding his own right now. It's a great little connection, keeping the pressure alive, which is very important to make the choices for Evil to push in onto Spart1e much more risky than otherwise they would be. And that's how he's really keeping himself alive. And if he can get more time, get more armors out of this, and build up to 150 or so, he's going to be thinking about a mega. He's going to be thinking about a red armor. And that's the point he's trying to reach, and he's very close to it.
He's stabilized nicely. He's managed to secure all the important weapons that he needs. He's got a more than adequate amount of armor. He's just now got to pick that moment to fight Evil. You know, one where Evil's not going to get the first 100 damage half a second before him. And there's the yellow behind him. He can cap out his armor right now. Going for the rockets though, and look at that, he just gets charged down with the LG. And before Spart1e can even blink, he's just lost all of his health. He's completely weaponless at the moment. There's just a machine gun to work with. Solid damage, but Evil's just going to rocket jump up to the mega. Okay, well, for that rocket jump, doesn't want to use up unnecessary amounts of health.
Yeah, he had some nice dodging there. Spart1e got some moves, but it is 7-0. He's trying to slow things down. He's had one good situation so far. He's trying to make this into another one, but no LG on his hands. What is he going to do? Evil can just stand there all day, just like turret mode engaged again, and just whittles him down until death.
Goes through the teleporter, but he's going to jump on Evil's LG, takes him down to 13 points of health. 5 seconds left until Omega's up. Evil just trying to scavenge around for any small resources he can get to make himself unrailable. Now he's got the items behind him. Spart1e missed his chance, I think. Oh, actually, Mega's been stolen by Spart1e. He's got to try and survive. He's got the LG, but look at that Evil just bearing down on him with the shaft. 10-0 here in the first map. I thought this was going to be one of Spart1e's better maps against Evil.
I agree with you completely. I think that the start was just too devastating, and its effects, and the effects of that first minute from Evil were echoing, and are still echoing into well into the 5th minute as we get there, because he's unfaltering. His confidence, his aim.
I think Spart1e's starting to lose his patience as well. I think it's getting to that point where so many bad things have happened. He's given up way more frags than he's happy with. Then maybe we're going to see a little bit of a messy second half, just for Spart1e to see if he can just spot himself a frag with just pure combat skills.
So there you go, looking for those long-range shots. This is a good moment for Spart1e. He's got to take a risk, and he's going to get it.
I can't believe he actually made it so soon as well. He's completely outfighting Evil just then. And that LG though from Evil has a rail at the end, but Evil had enough resources to continue living.
That's very unfortunate for Spart1e. He did the best he could there, and he's got to keep taking big risks. That's really the position he's in. He knows it. Great rocket jump to rail. Amazing stuff from the Swede, but he's got to do so much more than that.
Look at the machine gun damage. He hasn't done anything. Spart1e did nothing.
Oh, God.
And Evil's just laughing at all of that. I can't.
Would you say he's sniggering?
No. He's going to be more. This is going to be a full-out kind of just catching.
Hearty chuckle.
Yeah.
A chortle. And these adjectives. Don't even know where they come from. I've never heard anyone say chortling, I think. But either way.
If he chortles, I'll be very surprised.
It's definitely looking very easy for Evil at this point, and I think that Spart1e's the guy though that he stays in the game. He doesn't really forfeit, or at least it's quite rare to see that. He has to be really tilted to forfeit.
Do you remember what, ages ago? I don't think he's done it since. It must have been the very early phases, 2012. Spart1e had like a finals or something where he quit after like a minute.
Yeah,
laps in a row or something.
I actually remember the game. It was on Lost. It was on a Lost World. That was the map that he quit on as well.
I'm sure it was more than just Lost World, though, right? Maybe.
Oh no, it was. But he like gave up a map. Like he kind of tilted towards the end of a map, like forfeited, and then like after a minute on the third map, Lost World or whatever, he just tapped out and he just quit. And the reason was he'd just come back from inactivity and he had like he was really ill. It was his reasoning. I don't know if that's an excuse or not. Probably not an excuse, but to act in that way. But regardless, he's a guy that stays in games, typically.
He's generally good man, well managed and everything and these kind of things. He's managed to get himself a couple of kills on the board, but as predicted by myself, bad things are happening to him.
I think he's also, a believer in, I don't want to do a forfeit when you just frag me like 10, 12 times in a row. Because to be fair as well, that is a bit of a psychological edge for the guy that's been doing the fragging.
Yeah.
And it works against you as well. It's like, I shoot this guy, but I don't remember what it's like to actually get a frag.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
No, exactly. And Spart1e's at least had he's had the chances to actually get those kills. He's managed to make it happen on a few occasions. But Evil's got his number at the moment. I think we're going to be seeing Sinister as the second map. Going to be a little bit slower than this one. Hopefully for Spart1e's health, he's going to be doing a lot better there. So I really want to have a look at the damage very quickly. Yeah, 4,500 for Evil, just 3.2k for Spart1e, and he's had far fewer items. Even though he's had some moments where he's hit a lot, it's nowhere near enough. If you're out of control for most of the map, you need to be doing, about 5-10% more damage per turn at least. Impressive. It's 21-5. Not ending just yet. Spart1e's just keeping it going. I think he's just using his time to kind of like accustom himself to fighting Evil, just working out what kind of dodge might work, what doesn't, to see how it goes from there.
Yep.
When he went against Cypher, maybe in the first map Lost World, he was also helping himself just be reminded of how he's actually meant to fight Cypher. And it went really well. As soon as the first map was over, actually things went brilliantly. I don't think Spart1e's going to be losing his focus on the following maps. There it is, we've got a GG, 24-5 in the end. And Evil's one step closer to bringing this finals home.
He is, and I think that was just, again, I feel like it was the start, just echoed its way right until the end of the game. It was just an overwhelming advantage. I think Spart1e felt like after going down so much so quickly, his back was really against the wall and he had to take more risks, and it's just a snowball effect from that slippery slope.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of got to do a lot of what Spart1e did. You've got to make those fights. When you're 10-0 down, it's like, well, what other choice do I have? Do I play it really slow for 2 minutes when there's only like maybe not much more than half the game left. And then you've got to hope somehow you're going to build up an epic amount of frags. You've really just got to tilt your opponent as soon as possible, get the full control and string together. But regardless, we're going on to Sinister right now. Hopefully Spart1e's not going to have to go through that same ordeal. He's getting at the Mega right off the bat. And he's spotted Evil by the algae. Spart1e's going to have to be really careful with that landing again.
Yeah, the algae is the big thing here. Could be a trap. Cypher nowhere to be seen, though.
Evil's not there. Okay.
Cypher? What is this Cypher? Evil, yes. Oh my god. Too used to these Evil Cypher finals. There you go, though. We're getting
the damage again. One direct rocket. Spart1e was so patient with all of that. But during the whole time while he's waiting, Evil's just hitting 56% LG at that time. He's getting control. Evil's feeling good.
Alright. So here goes Evil again, pushing back Spart1e. Spart1e coming in with a vengeance, though. Rockets coming out. 7 health. Nothing left. Spart1e says no. And there is the red armor for him. If he can make it over there, he's only got 15 health and he's dropping. What is going on there?
Drop.
What on earth was that?
I think he did that by accident. There's no way he would have wanted to do that on purpose when there was a red armor right in front of him. Unless it was a serious surprise attack. Evil's going to be able to convert that now into a 3-1 lead.
That is very disappointing there for Spart1e. I don't know how he's going to approach this resurgence into a challenge, but it looks like he is just going for it. And I don't know what Zoot. What do you? I mean, I don't know what he could have hoped to have achieved there.
I think going into that, he was probably hoping to do about 100 more damage. That's probably why he went for the rocket at the end. Spit that last deeps in.
Spart1e has in the past had a habit to give away a lot of frags at the start and then bring it back later on. I hope we're not going to see that Spart1e, because that will not. You can't do that against Evil.
And look at this. He's being torn apart right now. 2 minutes in, and Evil's getting back into the swing of things. This is what he's used to. He's just getting close to him. Spart1e. Well, you know, he's making a bad movie. There's no way he should have been in the same room as Evil just then. That is definitely just throwing frags. He's in his face once again. It's like Spart1e's just deliberately trying to prepare his rockets. So all shaft. I think Spart1e.
The tilt meter's all the way to the red at this point.
I don't think. Okay, this is Spart1e saying all shaft. I'll show you all shaft here. Bring on the LG, and Spart1e just trying to chase him down with that weapon. Oh my god. It didn't really end up very well in the end. Look at that Spart1e, he's just hammering into him, but he just got so little health compared to Evil.
He was just plus forward, wasn't he?
He almost got the kill though.
Yeah, initially, but no sweat. Evil's he's back up. Now he's 9-0 instead. Spart1e had a good start, and we didn't see a punish on the LG pickup at the start either from Evil, which is can be a common trap too.
Who do you think wins between Spart1e and Evil if they're both 200-200 and they both got the LG?
Evil.
Do you think Evil does?
Well, I don't know. Well, the thing is, I don't know. Evil wins more times than Spart1e. I'd say it's like 6-4.
I don't know.
6 out of 10 times.
Maybe.
Evil wins.
We need to see 1v1 Thunderstruck.
Don't go heartless on me now. Come on. You can't measure Quake in Thunderstruck 1v1s. That's not how this works.
You can measure LG.
But it's CA LG, not dual LG.
It's not like in a natural dual setting at all. But
yeah.
Spart1e manages to get himself onto Mega over here. Rocket, oh my god, he was just in the air a little bit.
That's the smiley.
Is helping Evil. He's still, it's just still like averaging 40% of the gun, no problem. I think when Evil saw Spart1e talking about LG, he was like, yep, I'm going to keep using it.
So, Evil's looking like he's going to take a very clean Sinister. And I feel like Spart1e, he kind of let things go too quickly for himself. Internally, he let himself get, I think, a little bit too frustrated too early on. And I feel like it came out in this game. He's cooled off now a bit, I think. And he's managing to, make some cool little traps with the rockets. And he got himself a frag. And that was all just because he cooled down.
He had to. He definitely must have taken a deep breath and just let the stress pass out of him.
You could see it before, couldn't you? He was just running in. I mean, he's just hot-headed. And here it is, going for the next kill. Can he make it work?
Yeah, surely.
does get it.
Maybe go for the lower yellow first. Oh, no, Evil's taking it already. He's going to find him again, though. Evil hasn't done much, but look at the rockets from him. Oh, they're chasing him all the way down. He's going to get himself onto the Mega, and now Spart1e, he's at risk from the machine gun, but easy switch. How did that suddenly turn from so much in favor of Spart1e to Evil getting the kill?
I think
Evil, did you see how little damage Spart1e did with the machine gun then?
I think it was because of the moment when Spart1e drops off from mid-level down to the Mega. I think Evil got a lot of 3 LG and it went downhill from there. When you pull, I mean, Spart1e pulled out the rail, missed a couple of shots, took too much damage. And that's the answer to your question. So,
thank you.
That's okay. That one's free.
On the house.
On the house.
I'm going to say I'm slightly upset. I could feel 3-0 coming out, but Spart1e's getting wrecked.
I feel like he's just giving in a little bit too easily. I think that's...
Yeah, you could be right.
I mean, there's no other way to explain the kind of charges that he made, where he just runs in, fully commits, and he can never win that fight, ever. I mean, that raises some red flags in my mind.
Yeah. I feel like we need to see a little bit more of Spart1e versus... when I say a little bit more, we need to see a closer game between Spart1e and Evil. We need to think that Cypher and Ash victory wasn't just...
A fluke?
I was thinking fluke, but I don't think fluke, just a one-time. A one-timer. I want to feel like Spart1e's going to be getting these kind of results on a regular basis.
Just trying it out.
Yeah.
I'll just try out the winning thing for one.
Yeah, it's like winning. Oh, winning's actually quite fun. I like this.
But you're right. I mean, he had stellar matches previously. I mean, all the games. But this tends to happen. A lot of people experience this. It only seems to be recently that we see Cypher able to actually do well against Evil in the grand finals. But if anyone else makes it to the grand finals against Evil, they get kind of crushed.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of credit to Evil's dominance in the scene at the moment. And he's really, really a beast right now.
I can't wait to see him pitted against American players again, like the likes of Rafa and Dhorne.
We want to see Lamb.
I mean, some of the viewers may recall the early games at QuakeCon. We actually saw Evil defeat Rafa on Blood Run, and it had some amazing matches. And then we had Dhorne taking out Evil, the first American to actually take Evil out. And he wasn't able to repeat it, I don't think, later on. But Rafa was able to learn from his mistakes quickly enough that, of course, spoilers, he managed to defeat Evil in the grand finals. But that was amazing to watch, at least Dhorne play Evil, because of course Evil and Dhorne, it's not like they get to ever really play.
Exactly. Dhorne just seems to... Pun intended. He had the hang of it very quickly.
Yeah, he had a very good approach to the Evil matchup. I think even Rafa was quite impressed and was like looking at that. I was like, oh, okay. And I think Dhorne himself was also a little bit surprised at how well he did against Evil.
I think Evil as well is starting to feel a bit like we saw against Demon earlier. Is he going to call the offensive GG, as we call it?
Yeah, the get out of the game. You're wasting my time, yeah. DG.
There was a little bit of I mean, I was reading chat at that point. There was a little bit of frustration towards, they thought bad manners. Some people were calling from Evil's part, calling GG and just leaving the computer.
Well, the thing is, right? Okay, so people can, get on the high horse about bad manners and so on, but the only people it really affects is the players. For the sake of the viewers, it makes things more entertaining because you get a villain, basically. You get a guy that everyone loves to hate, for example. Like, it's cool to hate Idra, for example, because he was so PM. It adds flavor to the scene. It's the same in StarCraft 2 with Naniwa. Like, he made all kinds of controversial, very bad-mannered choices in his career.
Right.
And not just including players, but also tournament organizers. And this is like... It's great for the scene to have villains.
Is it actual bad manners though doing that?
I think offensive GG you can definitely. It's a bit of a dick move.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a dick move.
Fair enough. I think I'd be slightly annoyed, I guess, if my opponent was doing it. But
yeah. He's basically saying like, dude, just quit already. Like,
Yeah.
I already destroyed you.
Yeah.
So he's not giving you a chance to do anything. I don't know.
Maybe he had something really important to do.
It is
have to
quite
win quickly.
offensive to be the other guy on the receiving end of that.
True. I'm curious to see what Demon actually thought of that. Maybe. Well, GG, we got times out 25-8, man. 2-0. Is it going to be one more flick of the wrist for Evil, and then he's got the
Well,
spring season number 8 cup in his bag?
that's the thing, isn't it? That's what we're going to find out. Because, you know, for these games that we're seeing Spart1e get a bit hot-headed and kind of throwing away a lot of the kills and stuff to put himself into unwinnable situations, we also have seen him in these spots in the past, and he has in the past also managed to just completely be like, oh, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
He's like, he just plays normally, and he does as you would expect Spart1e to do, and that is provide really intense, high-level games. So I'm actually not counting him out here, whereas with a lot of other players, I'd be like, he's done.
Are you still going with your 3-2?
No. I mean, I'm going to go... I feel like it's a 3-0 now, but it's a 3-1 at a stretch. I'd be very surprised to see Spart1e bring
I want to see
maps
something
back.
close, though. I want to see Spart1e really getting a good start like he did versus Cypher. He hasn't had any good starts so far.
We don't want to see the anticlimactic kind of grand finals, which I mean, people, they're like, oh yeah, it's not Evil and Cypher again. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
And they get
at the
a
moment,
bad game or something. That sucks.
True. Spart1e versus Cypher has been pretty epic, but let's see.
Yes.
We've got furious heights here. It is match point now for Evil here in the grand finals. We're on Spart1e off the beginning once more. He's left the Mega up a little bit. He wants to get the LG, presumably. And it was an early take on it. Oh my god, Evil just ninja'd the Mega away from him. I don't know if Spart1e should have legged it, because now Evil's going to have the LG out. Oh my god, this is so scary for Spart1e. He's got LG. Evil using the rockets. What can he do with this? There's just not enough health left. I can't believe that Evil actually had the guts to go in and take the Mega. Usually you just go under assumption. It's like an unwritten rule, a gentleman's agreement that you take your side of the map's items. Evil's going to pick up another frag over by the 50 health bubble.
This is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. Is it going to be another perfect start for Evil? The thing that just completely threw Spart1e on Cure, the map number 1. Spart1e has to bounce back. He steals. Did he skip the red steal? No, I don't think he did. It was so close though. That could have really helped him out, but it's going to be a 4th frag for Evil, and Evil is in such a strong position. Oh, Spart1e's just going in with the plasma. It may work. It may do a lot of damage. But is Spart1e just getting hot-headed again? Or is that a carefully considered move?
I think right now this means war between the two of them. Evil just keeps on picking up kills. He should be able to pick up a major item now. Mega's up. Is Spart1e going to get onto that blue bubble? It's there. And Spart1e knew that it took too long for him to get over. But he's going to go for it anyway, and it's going to cost him his life.
He looks a little tilted again. I mean, just... Who does that rocket jump? That's the tell there for me. Yeah. That was a bit of a crazy rocket jump. And under 2 minutes, 7-0. This is kind of bad.
I can see on chat about a minute into the game. I think there's a little bit of delay, so probably about 40 or so seconds in for you guys. So just GG's being typed. Yeah. Are you thinking that?
Yeah. I'm thinking that. I mean, Spart1e has been, again, in positions where he doesn't have to die. And that's a better situation than being in an unwinnable game, because you have to recover so many frags. I mean, you just have to look at Cypher, and I know that you can never compare yourself to Cypher, but Cypher is playing optimally, and when he does what he is most characteristically good at, which is playing out of control, playing in a down position, playing from behind, it is by far a better situation to be like that and forcing your opponent, if he wants frags, to take risks than just giving Evil free fights where he doesn't have to take any risks. That is always going to be better. And 8-0, if Spart1e decides to play seriously now, he's put himself at a huge disadvantage for what? It's not looking good for him. Let's see if he's able to pull something together. But
12 health left for Evil. This could be a frag for Spart1e. He's going to get it. Phew.
Good stuff. And this we've seen from Spart1e before. It gives away a bunch of frags, maybe a bit of crazy aggressions which aren't amazingly well thought out. But then he comes back into it. He recomposes and he brings his high level back into it. And we're seeing him doing that just now, but gets caught out of the choke point. This is really bad for him, and he's missing the key rockets.
The rockets.
Oh, no more ammo for Evil.
That's the
Wow.
only reason Spart1e survived just then, because he couldn't hit anything with that fire. Oh, wow. There it is. I think mass hysteria in chat saying this is now over 50 frags for Evil in this best of 5.
Oh god, really?
Over 50 frags.
That is crazy.
And we're only into the third map. That is quite a lot. And I think Spart1e's had, I think, between 10 and 15 or so. Oh! In the air, man. Spart1e just walking in the wrong places. It always seems that those rockets always seem to land for Evil. And they're pretty tough ones to read, you know?
Yep. It's always going to be... with Evil, it's always so difficult because he's so consistent. You can't give him anything. You just really can't. He'll just run away with it. And Spart1e going in. Spart1e has such great damage output. There's so many players who would be trying the aggressions he's trying and not do like maybe 10% of what Spart1e's able to do because he's so good. But it's kind of his skills getting applied in the wrong places right now. And some good rockets coming in again, but Evil able to clutch it out with a rail, moving it 13-1. And I can't help but feel like we're just going to keep seeing these situations repeating themselves.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's Crucially interesting. How bad can the rockets be Spart1e?
Oh, yeah, I know the fight they're talking about.
I can sympathize with the comment, definitely, but it's also, you got to give Evil a bit of credit because his movement has actually been really annoying to predict. Although Spart1e, in hindsight, we've got the benefit of being the observer and being able to watch it just fire straight forward. Because Evil kept on tricking him into thinking, I'm going to make a long strafe now to the left or to the right. And Spart1e kept on almost exaggerating those strafes a little bit, and they just completely hit nothing but the floor or the wall. And yeah, some better rockets would have helped Spart1e. I almost think that he should just focus primarily on rail and LG and not put too much of his lifeline on whether or not his rockets are going to hit.
It's definitely looking very hard now, and it's not only hard for Spart1e to play, but I think it's hard also for all the fans of Spart1e to watch, all the fans who know what he's capable of, and it's hard for us to make sense of it all.
Now, there will be definitely some happy Spart1e fans out there. We haven't seen Spart1e get wins against Ash and Cypher for a long time, and this is definitely...
He gave us
we don't
some great
want
games.
to end the day on a downer and on a best of 5 like this, because we have had some epic moments today, you know.
Ended on an ends.
Ended on an ends, it did. Is that going to be in the dictionary soon?
Oh no,
Yeah,
we shouldn't start that as a thing because that's actually kind of horrible.
He doesn't mind because he's going to really enjoy it when he proves people wrong eventually.
Actually, we may be playing into his hands because maybe if
This
everyone
is what he wants
expects
us to
him to do terribly, then we're actually doing him a favor because when he, as you say, when he does well,
people he plays against are like, it's fine, you're going to lose anyway. You're just going to assume they're going to win. And Spart1e just running around over there. He's doing hopscotch over the pillars.
I never play that game.
I was really good at that game.
Is it because you're so tall and lanky?
Because I played with all the girls.
Alright, so
poor Spart1e so smoking. Yeah, this is being one-sided to say the least. I think Master Series had 50 plus frags for Evil. I think it must be 70 plus now.
Yeah. This is garbage time to the max.
It is. It is. But you know what? Spart1e's playing it to the end. He could easily have just decided to forfeit much earlier, so he's met his demise and he's accepted it.
So what is your match of the week then?
I'd have to say Spart1e versus Cypher and Sinister.
There are a lot of answers, to be honest.
So I want to read chat. What do you think has been the best match of the day?
Yeah, I'm really curious because we had a lot of really
Probably it would be the best
cracking matches today. It was some smashing stuff. trying to like Brit it up in here. There's like some very British adjectives there that no one else in the world uses because it sounds weird and lame.
They'll catch on, man. Before everyone gets Americanized.
Ooh, yeah.
All the other Europeans, they're learning English through like the American TV and stuff. We've got to make sure the English rubbish words stay alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say rubbish words because I never use them really, except to make myself sound obnoxiously British. That's the strategy.
Indubitably.
Smashing stuff.
Yeah, and Evil's just like over. This is done. This is complete. Is that going to be the GG?
Oh, there goes the offensive GG.
We're chatting. Let's see.
Oh, he said GG.
Oh, they
already?
said okay. I missed
okay.
the GGs.
Did we? Let's see. There's one. There it is.
Next time I play you, I will use Shaft, your only weapon. To be honest, I wish Spart1e did that from the beginning of the whole finals.
Yeah.
I got credit though. GG, Evil's done it, man. He has got himself another FACEIT victory in the bag.
He needs new packs.
Yeah, for sure, man. That he made it look so easy, and I feel it's bad because it reflects poorly, I think, on Spart1e's efforts today.
And we had such amazing moments from him today. I think some of the most entertaining matches did feature him, and his brilliance and his return to competitive Quake. Perhaps we haven't seen him for a little while, and he did so in style. So mad props to him for the games which he showed us, which were fantastic.
I love CPMA as like, where the hell is Cypher? It's like, well, that's why Spart1e's been so incredible. He beat Cypher in an incredible best of 3 in the semi-finals, and that's why he got himself the grand final spot.
Definitely. So that brings us to the close of the show.
It does.
Earbud falls on.
It does. It's actually been a long show today. We've had a lot of really interesting early games that we've got to see. We've managed to see all kinds of things.
We have
our weekly dosage of Insta disappointment. We managed to get Dopey in the quarterfinals. So Ash, he was out early on. We had Dao Li, I think he had his premiere on stream, and Spart1e being incredible, and obviously what we all expect, Evil stomping
whoever's in the finals.
Yeah, stomping everybody though. He stomped Pavel. He stomped presumably everyone on the way there as well. I think Kids was his first opponent, I think, and he, aka Neck, and that was probably harsh times for him as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. Always easy for Evil. Does he get tired of winning? I wonder.
Just gonna throw a game. It's like, oh, this is how it feels like.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, guys, remember also after the stream ends to check out FACEIT.com because we have all the new leagues and ladders for you guys to try out. And we need the feedback because actually at the moment no one's using them. So maybe take this as an opportunity.
Tomorrow
we'll tweet about it as well. But also do it after the stream
for like everyone to get on the leagues, get on the duels. We're all going to be there tomorrow. I'm obviously going to be streaming tomorrow, but after that, I'm on it. That'll be like probably about 10 p.m. Central European Summer Time, around that. It'll be late for me, but you should get on it earlier, and then I'll join you.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. The time and a place has been set. And check it out. Give the feedback because, again, no one's using it right now, so it's actually hard to
CS.
improve
Everyone's using it on CS.
Yeah, of course.
The Quakers have got to use it.
Indeed. So, anything you want to plug?
You've actually let me plug quite a lot today. But no, guys, just can check me out, twitter.com/ZLiveTweets. I'll let you know what's up there. Follow DDK as well, DDK_, because for some reason he has an underscore in his Twitter.
Dude, I cannot get something with 3 characters.
Yeah.
No chance. That's the reason.
It's all taken.
Yeah, I should have been creative and DDK on
I am DDK.
official, follow DDK, something like that. Would have been good, but I wasn't that smart when I made it.
You can you can remake it. You can just change your name. I don't know why you haven't.
Can
done
you really?
It. Yeah, that's why I changed mine from like Zoot Live to the Live Tweets to. I changed it from something else as well.
Oh my god!
So just change it. This is going to be revolutionary for you.
Holy crap!
Get rid of that cruddy underscore.
I know it's plagued me. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. And remember to also check out my YouTube because I'm going to try to play that 125 FPS Dual Cup next Friday, and I'll probably stream it as well. And I put up a couple of videos from my yesterday's little, I wouldn't call it a practice session, but like a learning not to suck session. so check that out. And I guess that's all from me and Zoot for today. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in.